Good evening, everyone. We are back with Proton Racing Series for penultimate round of Indycar season here at Interlagos, Brazil, the iconic circuit which we've seen bringing exciting racing many times before, and I hope that this one will be no different. We have 13 drivers today on the grid, and the title battle, I think, is still going. So what I'm gonna do is to show the standings. Those are the team standings. We're gonna go with them first. So as you can see, Milson Wheels are leading, 490 points, and then behind them there's Kimowa Racing, 452, and then River Racing, 428 points. Both top teams, 14 starts, but Milson Wheels 3 wins, Kimowa 2. And with driver standings, because I think this one is really fun to follow. Colin Kinser leads with 267 points, and behind him is Ryan Whitlock, and I think it will be still the very close battle till the end. 6 starts for Colin, 7 for Ryan. Race counted 6 with the drop races, I think. 2 poles for Colin, 0 for Ryan. But Colin leads on the wins, 3 wins to 2. So that's how it looks like for the standings. And I've lost the monitor for now, so you have to give me a second to set up everything. Oh, everything is going perfectly. Super. So this is how it goes. Okay. To not bore you with the numbers and everything, I just switch to. What have I done? Wait a second. No, good. Now we're gonna switch to this view. Good. And as you can see, we have 13 drivers today on the grid. Do we have any new names? I don't think so. I think mostly recurring names from previous rounds. Peyton Schofield, Alex Tse, Boris, Ryan. There's also Colin, so 2 of our closest title protagonists. There's also Josh Brooks behind them, but I think those 2 are just beyond the reach in those battles, and they battled quite hard in 2 previous rounds, in Road Atlanta and Montreal. So we are looking to a really fun race, and the exciting one. Race. Okay, I'm checking. Okay, I can hear myself, which is okay, which is great. And we are about to start qualifying in 6 minutes 15 seconds. Which is for sure an exciting opportunity for us to just get into some decent racing today again. Is Colin having some troubles? Looks like the connection. Okay, let me check if everything is working. Let me also check if iracing didn't check anything with. No, the max cars are alright. Okay, good. So it's good to see you all this evening. Hopefully some great racing will follow. I'm really looking forward to this because it's Interlagos, 2.3 miles I think. So not a very long lap, but it's decently flowing, and I don't think I need to describe the circuit much more since it's very obvious to most of you. Like, you have to be really ignorant to just don't know Interlagos and to know those iconic turns. But just, you know, the change of the height of the track, the fast flow, and yeah, the iconic last corner till the first corner. That's really special, and hopefully those guys gonna enjoy it too. As Ryan Whitlock with 1:17.2 as the fastest time in this practice session for now. Peyton Scofield very close to him, 2 tenths away, and Christian Brian Hill as well. Oh, Peyton Scofield made an improvement, 1:17.233, which is slightly, only slightly, 33 milliseconds faster than Ryan. So Ryan might be looking to get another pole position, maybe just to settle him nicely in the lead, as Colin Kinzer in the practice looked like he's struggling, and I'm struggling to follow him since he just disappears in the game for me. Carter Krause with some troubles here in practice. Yeah, you have to be really careful with how you just apply the throttle in those corners. These cars are just really powerful, and this track is not forgiving with the changes of the height of the track. It can just give you really hard time, as well as on the curbs. Hello, Ben! You bring some excitement here, as you're the first person on the chat. Just say something. Yosh cooked for the win. We'll see. As Mateusz Stefan Wąsik is exploring the runoffs and checking how hard the wall actually is, so he will know that before the race. Yeah, we are also having a comeback of Alex Tse. I think it's been a while since he raced. So it's good to see him back. You know what? We haven't done that in a while. The nose camera. Just, you can see how great it feels here. His Alpine livery, Alex Tse is just enjoying those iconic corners here. And let me just bring maybe some facts about the track as we wait for the qualifying. So this track broke ground in 1938, which is a long time ago, and was opened 84 years ago. May 12th, 1940. And it is named after José Carlos Pache, as well as simply known as Interlagos, because it was, and it is, in between the lakes, oh Jesus Christ, it's gonna be a moment, fun, lakes, Jesus Christ, yeah, so what we gonna have right now is the qualifying session, the penultimate one. Oh, that went very smooth. That's smooth transition here. Is it? I don't know. Was that at Interlagos? I'm just curious because I don't remember. As we are with Colin Kinser on the outlap. Colin is preparing himself to start his lap, as well as Ryan Whitlock is. We're gonna follow closely the battle between those two. So we are about to start the very first lap with Colin Kinser as he goes to the first corner. Nice and steady on the corner as it turns from left to right very quickly. And now we're gonna have a very short straight, followed by the mid-speed left-hander. And now we go full flat out through corners 6 and 7. The very fast section where you have to be really careful to just not go too wide and just miss the opportunity of a very good entry here at the third sector. And this is probably the slowest part of the track, where you have to really keep the car on the edge, as Colin is finishing his lap going through the 15th and the final corner, which is really a fast kink. And it's 1:17.4, which is 2 times slower what we've seen in the practice session. This is Ryan Whitlock, 1.17495. So 70 milliseconds between those two. It is looking amazing. The battle between those two can get really exciting. Boris Liposzczak with, I think, yeah, 4th fastest time. Josh Brooks in front of him. Those two are just really close as well. Shane Ross with P5, Mateusz Stefan Wąsik with P6, Carter Krause P7, Oliver Lemaitre P9, and I think, yeah, Peyton Schofield. Peyton Schofield will be a man you will have to compare yourself to, as he established 1:17.3, and he will be probably a good measure for Colin and Ryan, as they not only will be battling against each other, as probably with Peyton, who looks the fastest right now, so it might be very fun to follow, and hopefully exciting, as we are with Ryan Whitlock on another lap. Let me just go with the cockpit cover. As Ryan just dropped to P4 because Alex C has made some even greater improvement than Peyton. 117.242. I love this section of the track. It just really forces you to be very patient here. Doesn't look fast, but it kinda is. And you have to control the car just right. As one mistake here and you go on the grass, you just hit the wall, it can end up badly. But it didn't for Ryan Whitlock, very close to the wall, minimizing the distance between himself and the finish line. And it's P3, improvement over Peyton Schofield. But Colin Kinzer in the meantime managed to get P1. And I think, yeah, Colin is done, Alex is done, Ryan is as well done. Peyton on his last lap, so we're gonna come back to him. Boris looks like he's done, Josh Brooks as well, Shady as well. Not so many drivers. Let me back to Peyton. Throwing that car aggressively here. Maximizing all the track he can, although that apex didn't look quite close to the car. Oh, fighting with a lot of power here as he tries to get on the throttle as early as he can. And Peyton Schofield, will he make any difference here? As he goes through the finish line, but it's no improvement for him, it's 117.4. Peyton Schofield has to settle down at P4. So, ladies and gentlemen, Colin Kinzer is the man on pole. Behind him is Alex C, Ryan Whitlock, Peyton Schofield, Boris Liposzczak, Josh Brooks, Shadi Ahmad, Carter Krause, Adam Ahmad, Christian Hill. Then he is followed by people outside of top 10. Shane Ross, Miguel Soto, Mateusz Stefan Wąsik, Brock Whiteman, and Olivier Lemaitre. So that's your top 15. 15 drivers in penultimate round. It's really fun. It's a really good number. Peyton misshifted. Oh, so that's apparently the reason that he's lost some time. Thank you for information, my man. I really appreciate that. I don't think Charles is racing today though, Ben. But yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Is he? I don't see him on the... Oh, he is! He is! He's just like... No. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So he's not. Thank you for the gaslighting and misinformation again. I think only Earl Dunk is racing out of people who didn't establish any lap times in the qualifying session. We will be starting the race in 32 seconds. Yeah, I'm just getting gaslight 2 streams in a row, man. That's... yeah. That's what you get for being... a iRacing commentator, and just sim racing commentator in the end. Earl Dang as well here. Let me see. Yeah. So no drivers on the grid right now. I wouldn't say the press just tired, you know. It's a long day or just week, depending on how you look at it. And I think a few of the drivers are already on the grid. They are. One of them is Josh Brooks, who recently found himself fighting for some podium scraps. Like, I think Colin and Ryan usually don't give him a chance to win the race, but what Josh does really good and really well in this championship is just not even being consistent, but just persevere. Basically, he just, even if he has some troubles at the first laps, he just come back and just do his own job, and usually it works. Sometimes his strategies are weird, but we're gonna see how it's gonna turn out for him. Alex C usually is also quite exciting to watch. He's actually decently fast, but makes a lot of mistakes, and is kinda this man who either has a really good race or really bad one. So we're gonna see if today is gonna be the day for him, as he finds himself in between Ryan and Colin, who are just probably mostly thinking about the title battle than battling the other guys. There's also Peyton Schofield, who showed some great speed in the practice and some potential in the qualifying. So I really think it's gonna be a great one today. So many drivers, so many... oh, Jesus. And right now my monitor just decided to just switch, but I still have decent amount of time to just respond to that. Okay, perfect. So I think today can happen a lot. Many mighty liveries there behind. Let me switch to the iconic blimp camera. So chat, who do you think gonna be the man today? Who's gonna get the win? And are we going to see any incidents? As you can see, 2 river racing cars just kinda holding up the rest of the field. And go with Vic Colin Kinzer having an excellent start, very good one. Peyton Schofield then goes side by side with... oh, there's Colin Kinzer off the track. He just missed the braking zone. Oh my god, this is huge for the battle, as Alex also had a very bad start, and now Peyton Schofield follows the man himself, Ryan Whitlock. As you can see, Ryan just used all the opportunity he had and just went for the move, and Alex Tse is now dropping back to P5. Although maybe not an old switcheroo has worked in his favor for a while. Duboris kept a lot of speed and just continued. This is the battle for P4, and in front of him is his teammate Josh Brooks. So you can see how really close the field gonna be again today. Alex Tse with some troubles again. That car looked really unsettled on the curbs. And now Colin Kinzer will follow him. Goes down the inside. Level neck and neck with him. And makes a move. Colin now goes on a recovery mode, as behind Alex you can see Adam Ahmed and Carter Krause fighting for position. It's quite a lot going on there in the race. They both give each other enough of space, and Adam makes a move. Now Shane Ross thinks, oh, Carter is having some trouble, so I'm gonna go for a move as well. And he does. Will be there. Contact! There is a contact! There is a contact between Shane Ross and Carter Krause. They both stuck in the middle of the F corner. Is this going to be a safety car? I don't think so. As we follow with Boris, who is trailing Josh Brooks by half of a second. Ryan Whitlock right now getting quite comfortable because he has 1 second of a lead over this man, Peyton Schofield. Peyton in his Chili's livery. Still losing some time to Ryan. It's 1.2 seconds. It was actually. Now it's still the same. And we're gonna see how the push-to-pass deployment will change. So we are back on board with Adam Ahmed. Right now, he's just putting a little bit of pressure on Alex. Alex doesn't look too comfortable with the car. The rear is just all over the place. And he struggles a lot on the curbs, I think. What a race we have right now. And I forgot to mention, but I think it's a really important case. Peyton is on a much harder compound compared to Ryan Whitlock. And Josh Brooks, who is now putting a pressure on Peyton, sorry, pardon me. He is as well on the softer compound. And I don't think the harder compound really worked for other people than Peyton. Peyton kept his position. Actually got 2 more. But for Alex and Colin, the hard compound just made them lose a lot. Though I think in Colin's case it was more of a mistake than just the tire not sticking, I think. So now Peyton lost another 2 tenths. And Josh Brooks, who are we with on board, is 2 tenths behind Peyton, getting into that slipstream. And Josh Brooks on the outside of the first corner goes past Peyton Scofield, he made it to P2. Boris Liposhchak is disappearing on my game, but he as well is looking for that spot. Peyton is skipping and he just went through for P3. We switch to Alex Tse, 3/10 away from Adam Ahmed. The River Racing driver has got 3 positions in the race, but now he has Alex behind him, and I think it's not gonna be an easy battle. Let's move to Shadi. I don't know why he is so at the back. I mean, he had some intense moments, I think, but like usually you see him, what I mean is you see him in the front, and now he had to back out from the battle with Carter Krause. It was very close to just lose that front wing. Those rear tires looked really scary when you just get so close to them. And Peyton Scofield, as we can see, his Andretti car is continuing his pursuit to just got what he lost. And you can see at the back the gold livery of Colin Kinza. He as well is looking to get that spot back as Carter and Shadi just continue. Though Carter has to just accept that he lost the position, as probably the one who is not accepting that is Peyton Scofield. 2/10 away from Boris. And again, the man is on a mission. He definitely looks like he has a lot of speed. And he makes a move! He made Boris to make a mistake. Boris lost the control over the car, just maybe touching too much grass, I think. And now Peyton and Colin just involved into another close battle, as this battle for potentially not even P3 or P2 but for a win is still going on. Josh Brooks, as I said, again looking very consistent and very confident about himself. He got 4 positions from the start, and his pace looks almost the same as Colin's, and slightly faster than Peyton's. Only Ryan Whitlock's pace is looking just beyond the reach for many. So, viewers, do you enjoy the race so far? Because I think it's a really good one. Some overtakes happening in those first 8 laps, and we're gonna see some more as Brock Whiteman follows Oliver Lemaitre. They both got a lot of positions, and it's good to mention because I probably didn't. We lost Christian Brian Hill at the lap 2. He DNF'd. We're back to Shadi and Shane Ross. As those two are also having a close battle, but I think the closest battle right now is between Adam and Alex, as Alex goes through and just keeps his spot, but Adam will be relentlessly pushing on his position. I don't think he's gonna give him an easy time, and then Miguel Soto and Mateusz Stefan Wąsik don't look too comfortable with each other, even if they are teammates. Or maybe he just went mythic through, but it didn't look like he's just looking comfortable with letting mythic through. It looked more like a mistake when I switched the view. Shadi though. I think he's very comfortable right now. Just preparing an attack. Oh, Shane will be defending from that one for sure. Or maybe not. It looked much closer than I thought that it is. I don't know who lets Josh cook, but like Ben, if I don't think you've been there in the previous streams, but Josh is just like very randomly good. Like sometimes he has a very weird crashes at the start and still finds himself in a weird position when he's like around top 5. Sometimes it's a podium, sometimes it's like P4. And I think he's just really good at using the opportunity right now. Although, as you can see, those tires are gonna matter. Colin and Peyton look decently quick on the harder compounds compared to Ryan's last lap. So it might be interesting. Let me just adjust something. Where are we standings? Let me see. Wait a second. Which component is it? Because I want to switch something on the standings. As Peyton Scofield right now lets me follow. Sorry. He's involved in the battle with Josh Brooks. He got really close to the man. And he will be not getting him very easy time, although because those two are just battling. Colin Kinzer went through for potentially P3. Not this time. But I think Colin Kinzer just cannot look at the rear wing actually of Peyton saying follow me. He won't be following him much longer, I fear. It's almost similar times between those two. Yeah, Ben, I don't know if you just followed recently, but we also have the AC Formula E League, and it's in AC, and it's basically having those vibes AF3 had. And I know this Formula E, open wheeler, etc., but it's fun. And first race was really good one. At Melbourne, we had it this Friday, so if you wanna join, I'll be looking forward to that. And speaking about looking forward, Boris is looking forward for that move on Alexei. He made a move, he made that stick, although Alexei will respond almost immediately. You can see how is real. What I'm saying, front wing. His front wing is just getting there, and he just goes for a dive. Makes a move. Boris just disappeared there for me for a while. I think he said he has some internet issues, so it might be it. As Peyton Scofield now goes for a move on Josh Brooks, and he settles down for a P2. Now Colin Kinser behind the British man. The Brit right now has a lot of pressure upon himself. He finds himself almost closing a door on Colin Kinser, as Colin is trying to just get his grasp on as many points as he can, as Ryan Whitlock is just easily getting away 5 seconds from P2. Is Colin Kinser going to take the spot from Josh Brooks? I think so, as he looks 8 tenths faster on the previous lap, and he finds himself very comfortable, as you can see. Goes for a move down the inside, and Josh Brooks had no chance. You can see now the difference how those harder compound tires can make, as Colin and Peyton are absolutely flying, and Josh Brooks, you can see he struggles a lot. And now he has Alex Tse, the man himself, starting P2 at the start, and now just dropping to P5. He finds himself again looking for a potential podium finish. But that's a lot of ground to make up for Josh Brooks, for Alex Tse, as he still has to go through Josh Brooks and one of those two if he wants to get that podium. Colin, 6 tenths away from Peyton. And those two just makes the show a little bit more exciting today. I think that those just the tires dropping, they usually, like in the previous rounds, like the optimal window is around 9 to 14th lap, depending on how long and demanding the circuit is. In Road Atlanta, I think it was fairly punishing on the softs. Now Colin is setting up an overtake opportunity on Peyton Scofield. If Colin has a plan to get Ryan Whitlock, he has to really do something quick, because if Peyton Scofield goes the same pace and gonna be blocking him, then Ryan Whitlock can easily just fly past them by them. It's 5.1 seconds right now. Yeah, he does. He does. Oh, hello. Hello, Jack. Good to see you as well. So today I'm on the mic. So the conversation between all the familiar faces looks a little bit different, but it's good to see you, Ben, Jack here. Also, oh, Bright is here. Noon is here. Yeah, Dirty Truck Cutter. It is Jack Oliver, the dirtiest driver I ever known. Joking, of course. But no joke, is Colin Kinser's pace. 1/10 of a difference to Peyton Scofield. And right now they are almost less than half of the car width, so we're gonna see an attack from Colin, I think, on the last corner, depending on how the exit from both of them will be. But Colin looks like he's not just giving away that pursuit. Let me switch to the cockpit camera. No move from Colin this time. But there is a battle between Shadi and Miguel Soto. The Colombian driver finds himself dropping one place there, and then behind him there is Shane Rose. There's a lot of exciting moments going in this race, and I hope I will get some time to just follow through the replays. I still think I do much better job with operating cameras than today's F1 race. I think it was quite horrid with how many cameras they have and how little they show today. But Miguel Soto now drops another spot. Alex quite aggressive there on the track limits, as he wants to just go through Josh Brooks, and you can see Josh Brooks is struggling. He really does struggle, as he still defended from Alex, but you can see the difference on those hards Alex is providing. Josh Brooks is constantly dropping place after place in a matter of just few laps. Colin Kinser, though, is not dropping his mission. Let me switch to Alex C. Sorry for quite an aggressive cut on the cameras, but two close battles for maybe a potential podium. We're gonna see how it's gonna develop after the pit stops, but Josh Brooks goes quite slow there. Closes the door on Alex C. And he just stops. Okay. That's... And with that being said, Colin Kinser moves to P2. I think. No, left front, left rear. It's gonna be a good view. As you can see, Peyton Scofield right behind him. 4/10. And the pursuit continues as Ryan Whitlock just lost quite a lot of time. 3 seconds. On his last lap he was 120, which is 2 seconds slower. Did he make any mistake? I don't see it on the incidents board. Oh! Peyton Scofield with a save there, as he lost the rear on the exit of the 13th corner. This is what I said, you have to be really careful there with the throttle application, as you just sometimes can go over aggressive and lose the car, and those cars are just very fast and demanding. As Colin goes for another decent lap. 119.2, again faster than previous Ryan's lap. So now that might be a chance for Colin again to get Ryan. We've seen that pattern before in at least last 2 races. Ryan just goes well for the first half of the race, and then at some point Colin just starts to get him and gets closer and closer to him, and then just moves past by him. And I think it's gonna be another of those races where we're gonna see a very close finish between those 2 drivers at the front, as well as Peyton Scofield is. Alexei in the meantime 10 seconds away from P3, but he is also having quite of a race. 2 positions lost from the start. Found himself, I think, around P7 at some point, but he still keeps going, as iRacing does some weird things there. Oliver Lemaitre and Josh Brooks in the pit lane, Ryan Whitlock and Peyton Scofield out of the pits as well. So we are now starting the first cycle of the pit lane drama, I would say. As Alex Serv finds himself in P2, Colin Kinzer is a new race leader, but he has to pit as well. 20 laps on those tires, but his pace looks very good. And he's done another very quick lap recently, 118.9, which is only 4 tenths away from the fastest time when he goes to the pit lane, as we can see. Now Shane Ross and Shayama gonna be here on the stream for a while, as this is the closest battle we can follow. Oh, Shane Ross just cannot have an easy time fighting with this man. Shadi just goes past by him. And there is Oliver Lemaitre in front of him. Oliver with an Alfa Romeo livery. And you can see Colin is just leaving the pit lane behind Peyton. So he actually lost the position there. Oh, there's something happening there at the back, I think. Shadi and Shane just changed the positions. Oh, it wasn't an incident, okay. They're just fighting for the spot, but let me just follow those 3 as the battle for P1 just rekindled. Ryan Whitlock on the harder compound now finds himself defending from 2 guys on softs. And Colin just missing on that P2 after the pit lane. Now a second away from Peyton. Let me see the very important factor in this race, which can be push to pass. So 188 for Colin, 136 for Peyton, so Peyton used quite a lot. And Ryan actually is only on 83. So Colin again with his push to pass usage and very decent pace looks like he might have a chance for a win. And I said Olivier, not Oliver. Mr. Olivier. But sometimes if you just have to speak as quickly as I have to, you just mispronounce stuff. But let me just say it one more time. Colin Kinsers goes for a move on Peyton Scofield. They go side by side, but Peyton Scofield keeps it in front of him in first corner. Colin Kinser though will have to make something quick if he wants to have a chance to get Ryan. You can see Ryan in front of him only half of a second, and then Colin Kinser goes again at turn 5. Push to pass usage for him for a short while, and you can see that difference melted down to 4 tenths of a second. Now Ryan might be a little bit on the edge. Oh, the wrong driver here. As you can see, one mistake, one bad exit, and you can lose it all. Not only for Colin, but as well for Peyton. And the best of the race, Josh Brooks, is 20 seconds away from this pack. As Colin Kinser again on a charge at the first corner. He really likes that corner for setting up the overtakes. It's probably the best sequence of corners you can overtake at this circuit. We've seen it many times in F1. We've seen it a few times here in PRS. And we've seen that again as Ryan Whitlock tries to defend himself. But I think those tires just not gonna give him a lot of ground to cover. Yeah. He tried to just defend the corner from the outside. Maybe just to find a little bit more acceleration there. But oh, he actually did. So they are just trying to play a long game to just make an openings in the defenses and just try to sneak in. Maybe try some less popular lines, less orthodox lines, and maybe you can just find some good spots for an overtake. And actually it worked for Colin and shortly for Ryan, and Ryan again responds with an overtake at P1, turn 1. What I'm saying is he gets P1 again. Another close battle between those two, and hopefully that they don't crash. Oh, there was a, I think, netcode touch. It looked like Colin slightly moved out of his control when he sticks it in, and he is in front again. Hello chat, I can see you being quite alive today. It's good to see you, Jens. It's good to see you. You all, actually. Let's move to... oh, something happened to Boris again. He's at 0-0. Oh, okay, he's just another DNF there. With Adam Ahmed, Boris, and Brock. Let me just switch for a replay quickly what happened to Boris. Okay. That's just weird. This is what happened to Adam. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. that is a big one. And what happened to Miguel some time ago? With, I think, Brock. Oh, yeah. I've seen this one before. And I think Charles also seen this one before. Yeah. Let me be back to the race. Now Ryan Whitlock tries to be within the reach of Colin Kinzer. I think it's one stopper, since we are almost at the end of the race. This is like the final phase of the race, actually. Just the 13 laps. And as you can hear, it probably settled down for a while. The Ryan Whitlock still within 7 tenths away. So if Ryan will manage to stay consistent, and they went again almost the same pace, the carbon copy of the lap. It was 1:19.364 for Colin and 1:19.377 from Ryan. So 11 thousandths of a second. 13 thousandths. Sorry, yeah, my math is not doing well. But this is still getting exciting. Because as you might noticed it, Ryan and Colin are not on the same compound of the tires, so it can really change the dynamic of the race again. The harder compound looked really solid at the end of the stint for Colin. He was pushing almost his fastest lap of the race on that compound. And he also is having the fastest time settled down in, I think, any session 1:17.5. This is just beyond imaginable, as we still continue the pursuit for P1 with Ryan Whitlock. So let me check the chat for a while. It's good that the chat is just involved in covering Jens's love life. Feels like a typical Twitch moment, but those are the great 2 weeks for Proton Racing Series. I think it brings me a lot of joy to commentate the races. The last one was a blast, the Indycar one. The 2 races with Formula E, they were just fun to commentate. We've seen some questionable maneuvers, and probably some penalties will follow, if they didn't already. But I am really looking for more, because like seeing alive leagues with 15 or even 20 drivers, that's just amazing. And I'm really having some flashbacks of a very good times from like 2021, 2022. So it's a pleasure to commentate this one. Hello, Ben. Very nice message you wrote there. Yeah, Gartic fun moment. Most certainly. As the race probably just slightly fall apart after those pit stops. So I just gonna do a little bit of more gibberish talking and chit chat with chat. So how are you doing, guys? I can see you doing well. Jens and Jens, can you just don't? We try to be professional, man. I'll try not to moderate the chat, but just... Okay. Good. Good to... yeah. Just try not to get us banned, folks. As Ryan Whitlock is dropping again, 1.5 seconds. So this race just got a little bit of a sleeper. Not much happening, and all of that excitement just disappeared after the pit stops. But I'm still gonna think that the ending will be worth it, because Ryan Whitlock certainly looks like a man with the pace. 119.4 compared to Collins' 119.3. It's a tenth of a difference on the previous lap in favor of Collins, of course, but those hearts are just gonna get a little bit of more life till we get on the end of the stint, and we still have 7 laps to go, so a lot can happen as Ryan Whitlock again shaved 2/10 off Colin. Another 10th goes here, so it's 1. Oh, again, it might look like, oh, maybe not because of the corner, but it should look like 1.4 at least for a while. So Ryan looks like he's getting some speed again, but his push to pass is at 30. Collins is at 100, so Colin has quite a lot of advantage when it comes to just responding on Ryan. Ryan strategically should be on the better tire till the end of the stint, but Colin can just respond with that push to pass again and again and again and again, and Ryan is just not having much to respond other than his own pace. Oh guys, I wish I would go for Le Mans, but probably not this year. Not settled down financially yet, but maybe the next year, we'll see. Still a lot of work for me for this year, but I would love to attend some meetup with you. Just rob a bank, Mosquito. Yeah, that's a plan. Yeah. Or I can just fraud some documents. I'm a designer, right? So I can just do that. And yeah, Twitch administration. This is nothing illegal. Just for the legal stuff to say. That was a joke, okay? Don't ban us. Ryan Whitlock still keeps the difference between him and Colin in those 1.4 seconds, but let me see, because it looks like he got 3 times away again in the first corner, and yes, he did. So we might see another battle for P1 at the end of this race. Still 5 laps to go. I find this race quite exciting, as even if it settled down, we finally are starting to have some battles. Mateusz Stefan Wąsik at P6 is gonna have some hard time as Shadi Ahmed on a similar pace. He's just cruising on that hard tire behind him. Maybe not just cruising. He looks like he's gonna be pushing in a while. And it's gonna be the closest battle we're gonna see for a while. Not counting the Ryan Whitlock and Colin Kinser at the front. Oh, that's a quite slow entry from Mateusz. And Shadi just looked a little bit confused and losing his rhythm. But sometimes you have to do that. You sometimes have to just slightly change the braking, slightly just make the other car losing its balance. I'm not saying you should brake too early, because there is some limit to that, but you know, I'm speaking more of like Fernando Alonso stuff. You just try to, if you know that you cannot push, you just have to find some unconventional defense there. And it looks okay to me. It's good to see you, boys. Speaking about good old times. So I'm gonna keep the opportunity and ask, what was your favorite AF race we've done? As I can see a lot of memories from AF here in the chat. Ryan Whitlock is less than a second behind Colin. I am keeping an eye on it, but still nowhere close. 3 laps to go. I think it might be over. AF3 Season 10 Dijon. F1 Season 9. Mexico was fun. I think I commentated the one with Josh. There was quite a lot of screaming. I think the battle between you, Jens, and Jack was a good one. He is. I am switching to Ryan. So his previous lap looked like half of a second faster than Colin's one. So is Colin struggling on those tires, or was it a mistake? I don't know, but the push to pass is not looking in favor of Ryan. I know that I'm saying it a lot, but or maybe not. Colin used quite a lot of it. But to be honest, there is not that many opportunities left in this race, as we are on the penultimate lap starting right now, and Ryan Whitlock and Colin Kinser still in a battle. Will it be a different situation from last 2 races, where just instead of Colin getting Ryan at the end of the race, Ryan will get the position from Colin this time? Because Ryan looks like he's on the mission. Another 4 times here, and he is just getting our chances for some exciting racing revived as he goes through 8th and 9th corner. Still within half of a second of a reach to Colin Kinser. And you can see the man in the gold livery might have some hard time. Although the lap is very short, and I don't think Ryan Whitlock will have that many times to respond. I think if only he can do something, it's on this lap. Like, obviously on this lap, because we are on the last one, but what I mean is like in the section of the track, like, you get my point. I just say some random words. But yeah, 2 times now of a difference. Now Ryan Whitlock goes for a move, but not quite yet. But maybe that's a tactic. Maybe he tries to make Colin into a mistake. Maybe that wasn't the move that was going to stick. It was still too far to happen. And you can see Ryan Whitlock is trying to find as much of a track space as he can, just maybe to find those some inches of the track he can just throw the car in and get a spot from Colin Kinser. But Colin Kinser right now is just driving brilliantly towards the end as we go for the last 2 corners of Interlagos. Here Ryan Whitlock looks like he has a lot of speed. Will he be able to respond? We might see some goat attack here, but I don't think so. It is 3 times of a difference. Colin Kinser has won the race, and Ryan Whitlock settled down in P2. Peyton Scofield 21 seconds behind them. Goes for potential P3. Yeah, it will be. Now there is Josh Brooks at P4. Some exciting racing still going on between Shane Ross and Mateusz Stefan Wąsik, and I think, yeah, Shadi Ahmad, as they are still not stopping us from spectating. Maybe some changes, but I don't think so. Shadi just looks good on the exit, as well as Mateusz, and Shane settles down behind them in P8. That's some GOAT stuff we watched. Very good race. Miguel Soto P9, Alex Tse P10, Adam Ahmad. Oh, Alex Tse is actually in the pit, 12 laps down, sorry. So we lost him at some point. We can see what happened to him. Was it this one? Could be. No, he just no, it was from the qualifying, I think. So yeah. And this is Adam Ahmed some time ago. Yeah. So yeah, that was something. That was really something. We still have to go through the incidents, penalties and results, but we're gonna post them soon. I hope you enjoyed that one because I enjoyed it a lot. So, with this, I'll be finishing the stream, I think. It was a pleasure commentating for you. We're gonna see each other in the next week, I think, for the last round, which I think should be Portland. It's a Portland Barber driver vote. I don't know if the vote happened already. I'm just the most informed guy here, but yeah, one of those two. And just to not forget about it, Formula E is back next Friday. It is St. Petersburg. St. Pete is a quite fun Indy track. We're gonna see it here in AC. So yeah, keep your streams tuned next week, because next Friday and next Sunday we're gonna have some exciting fights. I think the battle between Ryan and Colin is still alive, and there was no title implications, but I still have to see the final results because there are some drop races and other stuff I am not very good at calculating in my head. But see you next week. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun, and hopefully we're gonna see more races like this. My name was Mikołaj Jaskulski, and it was a pleasure commentating for you. We are Proton Racing Series. See you next week. Have fun.